Welcome to Real Estate Rant number 3. So today I want to talk to you guys about a decision-making framework that really has made a huge impact in my life, hoping it will have the same effect on you guys. I learned this framework in the book from James Clear, Atomic Habits. If you guys haven't got that book or you haven't gone through that book, highly recommend it. And so what we have to look at first when I unpack this entire strategy for you guys is we are where we are right now, right or wrong, good or bad, based on the decisions that we have made in the past that have led to our current circumstances. So the way you look, the way you feel, the amount of money you have, the lack of money you have, where you live, where you don't live, what you drive, what you don't drive, relationships you have, relationships you don't have, all of it is simply a byproduct of the decisions and the choices that you got to make. Now, some of you right now are saying, well, this isn't for me, I can't accept that, because most people are victims. That's okay, I love you anyway. But some of you can accept that and say, okay, yep, I agree. It's hard for me to accept that, Brandon, but yeah, sure, let's go with it. Okay, so the question then is, how do I change my decision-making process so that I don't wake up in 6 months, 6 years from now, having the same feelings I have today? And so I want to kind of walk you guys through what that process looks like. So just imagine for a second, you could have the opportunity to go back 5 or 10 years into the past and coach yourself through all the bad choices or bad decisions you've made along the way, while being able to coach yourself in real time right now with what you know today, and how that would alter the trajectory of the next 5 or 10 years on where you are today. Just imagine if you could do that. It's unbelievable when you think about the power of that. And so James Clear outlines this very, very well in his book, and you can do that right now. Here's how it works. So when you're making daily decisions, we have to think about the choices we make, not in terms of today, but how does our future self feel about the decision you're about to make? Because time's the great equalizer. I don't know if you ever think about that. Time is the thing that's going to go by no matter what. And the compounded decisions daily that we talked about will impact where you end up in 5 or 10 years. So when you go to make a big decision, or small decision rather, actually small decision, scratch the big decision. When you operate and you behave daily, instead of acting 100% through emotion, like most of us do, I want you to, what I learned and what has impacted me is, how is this going to impact my future self? How am I going to feel about this behavior, this action, or this lack of action, this decision or this choice 5 months from now, 6 months from now? And I need to decide today on that thing based on that feeling in the future, not how I'm feeling right now. Because we're all emotional creatures. We all make decisions based on emotion. What this taught me was, how do I bring logic into my decision-making process so that I can make better decisions? Ooh, bugs everywhere. So that when I wake up in 3, 6 months, a year, I can transform I can impact the trajectory of my life. It's exactly what I did. Stupid bugs everywhere. It's exactly what I did with everything. My business, my relationships, my health and fitness, everything. And it makes decisions a lot easier to make when you can think about it in terms of the future self making the decisions, not your current self. And that's the key takeaway from today's rant. Make daily decisions on how your future self would advise you, the same way you would advise yourself 10 years ago. I hope that makes sense. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.